Well, hey there! Welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. I am the Movie Review Mom, obviously, and it's been a while since I've done a review. I used to do them every day, and I feel like I have to apologize every time I do one of these because it's been so long. But I'm super excited to tell you about today's movie. So I know my camera is over there, but my notes are over there. So I hope that doesn't look weird. I don't know. Let's see how I can do. Anyway, the movie I'm reviewing today is called Undercard, and it is a very emotional boxing. I want to say, and now I get all tongue tied. When I film my reviews, I can edit out all of the junk, but you get me live. Anyway, it's an emotional boxing drama and it hits theaters February 27th, 2026. So this Friday. The rating is PG-13 for drama intensity and thematic elements. The length is an hour and 46 minutes. And my overall movie review mom grade is an A minus. I really enjoyed it, and I think that you will too. I have a featured product in my description below, which is simply a link to all of the Rocky movies. That's just the ultimate in underdog boxing movies, right? But this one I think is unique because of what happens and who's in it. But first, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, in a nutshell, Undercard is this heartfelt sports drama, as I mentioned, that marks a surprising yet impressive dramatic turn for comedian Wanda Sykes. She plays a former boxing champion trying to reconnect with the son that she once abandoned when she had substance abuse problems many years ago. What unfolds is much about family reconciliation as it is about boxing. It's a compelling tale about second chances inside and outside the ring. So when Cheryl, that's her name, No Mercy Stewart, a two-time former boxing champion and recovering alcoholic, reaches out to her 21-year-old son, whom she abandoned, as I mentioned, she's met with a very deep-seated resentment. Keith Stewart, a naturally gifted fighter, her son, relies on raw talent, but without discipline or focus. And so he can't reach the top. So, after a devastating loss caused by a gambling addiction, the trainer, Keith's career loses direction and his confidence takes a hit. Cheryl sees a chance to not only save her son's career, but to reclaim her family that she lost. And so, with everything on the line, mother and son enter an uneasy business partnership, balancing ambition, forgiveness, second chances, and the price of success. The film was directed by Tamika Miller, who also co-wrote it with Anita M. Cal. Already, the film has won several awards, two being the Audience Award for Best U.S. Narrative Feature at the Newport Beach Film Festival and Audience Award for Best Independent Film at the St. Louis International Festival. So they are off to a really great start. Some quick tips for parents. There is a lot of profanity, including many, many F bombs. So that alone is probably going to make it not family friendly. There is talk of alcoholism and addiction recovery, strained family relationships. Lesbians go on a date and kiss and are an integral part of the story. Boxing sequences with some physicality and drama. And there's nothing really graphic. However, it is aimed more at teens and not younger kids. There's boxing, we see blood, we see people get beat up, that kind of thing. So, not a family friendly movie per se. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are redemption and second chances, healing fractured relationships, discipline versus raw talent, forgiveness, family commitment, and the emotional cost of ambition. So there were a lot of things I really liked about this film. First of all, this is Wanda Sykes' first dramatic performance. So congratulations to her. I thought she did a really great job, and she even took boxing lessons for this role to prepare for it. She's compelling in a role that's very different from her usual comedic work, obviously. And I was really curious to see how she would do. I thought she was believable. I really liked her in this. The rest of the cast is also fantastic. It includes Rosalind Sanchez, Xavier Mills, William Stanford Davis, Bertil Cologne, Bentley Green, Danny Pardo, Javen Lewis, and the adorable Estella Cahilla. She's the little girl in the movie. So cute. The mother son dynamic really is what gives the film weight and depth. The realistic boxing scenes seemed authentic to me, and they also seemed grounded because it's like Rocky. He's just beginning his boxing career, and he's working hard. There's lots of grit, and people love that kind of an underdog sports film, right? The film has a true spirit about it. It balances tough personal issues with genuine hope. The movie was filmed near the beaches in Miami, Florida, which is nice when we see beach scenes. Otherwise, it's the downtown, inner city type of streets of Miami. Now, there were a few things that I didn't like. First of all, some plot points feel familiar and even predictable in the underdog sports genre, except there's one that might surprise you. It kind of surprised me at the end of the movie. A few supporting characters aren't deeply developed, but that's okay because I wanted to know more about the son and his mom and their relationship. And then the pacing dipped slightly in Act Two. But other than that, I really did enjoy it. So whenever I watch movies, I always write down funny lines and interesting lines simply so I can share them with you so you can get a taste for the dialogue and the script writing quality and all of that. So one of the lines is when Cheryl slash No Mercy, who's played by Wanda Sykes, she's talking to Rosalind Sanchez and about a date that she wants to go on. And so she says to Rosalind Sanchez's character, she's got to leave, so she can't hang out with Rosalind. And she says, rain check. And Rosalind says, as long as the check don't bounce. And they have a fun, playful personality or playful relationship. Anyway, some of the interesting lines that I wrote down are spoken by the first one by Wanda Sykes' character, where she says, nothing makes a statement like sobriety. And you see her have her moments of triumph and then she struggles. And, it's just an everyday battle when you are a recovering alcoholic or recovering from any addiction. There are good days and bad days. And I thought that that was very realistic. It added authenticity and realism to the film. And none of them, except for maybe the beautiful girl that Wanda Sykes' character wants to date, they all look like real people. They don't look like these, Hollywood actors. They're, real glitzy. And so I really like that, especially in a boxing movie. And then Anita, who's played by Arisha Connor, she says sobriety brings clarity. And she's kind of like the group leader at the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and that kind of thing. And then another line that Wanda Sykes' character says is, everything I ever wanted is right here, right now. And wow, I love that line. How often do we ever get to say that in life? Really, hopefully, if we're lucky, if we are truly rich in this life, and I'm not talking about finances, then we can say that. I loved the moment when my twin sister said, I love my life. And I recognize not everybody can say that. She really does have a pretty good life. Anyway, before we go, I want to leave you. Actually, before we go, let me double check and see if anybody has left any messages in the chat box. Nope, I don't see anybody. Just now check my hair. Kind of having a weird hair thing going on. Anyway, making it even worse. Okay, back to the last thing that I want to do was leave you with some recommendations for other films. So, of course, I have to mention Rocky, classic underdog boxing drama, all of them. Of course, the first one was the best, I thought. And then another great emotional boxing movie, actually, most of them are very emotional, right? Is Million Dollar Baby. It's that emotion with heart, and wow, it'll get you. Bring tissues when you watch that one. It's an older one with Hilary Swank. Really projected her into stardom, I think. And then another one, more recent, is Creed, and it also has multiple films in that franchise. It also has that uh, interwoven storyline of boxing, sports, family, legacy, all of that. And if you like boxing and you like movies, you've probably seen all of those. All right, that's it. When you get a minute, like, subscribe, and be sure and check out my written reviews. I don't always post the written reviews from my website as video reviews. So check those out if you're wondering if I've seen something and what I thought of it. Go there. It's moviereviewmom.com, but you can also join my Facebook group called Movie Review Mom, where we have more conversations and people share what they think about all of the movies that I've been watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one, which hopefully will be tomorrow because I've got a movie that I wanted, or it's a documentary that I wanted to let you know about because it releases tomorrow. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you then. All right. Bye for now.